that you let it in is never moving out. Tell them move around. If you ain't trying to make it big, you better make it out. Point is, no, I have no time. I have no time to waste, no time to slack. The point of this, I want to keep pushing. I want to go hard as I can, as much as I can. Do everything I can with the time I have. I can't waste a second. Not 1 second. So, that's how I feel. That's where I'm at right now. Let's get it. I manifested the motive, the mission. Had got sick of sitting around and just wishing I roll up the sleeves to get out and go get it. Some kept it pushing, some blind to the vision, but I had the key for the doorway existed. Way up the ladder, they can't even fathom the purpose. I'm setting it permanent, infinite. Why you think I had to go and get Timothy? You can't avoid the future when it's imminent. You can keep the loathing and the sentiment. Some way too locked in to be giving attention to DUI. I won't stop at the limit until I die. Make my moment in history, remember why you had started and finished it front line. You know Slimity, militant preach. I'm back off of the collar of the leash. Took it in, I adopted the game. I should get a check from the state every week. Work ethic, I climb to the peak and repeat. No burnout, I'm constantly leaking the heat. They sending it, packing it, shipping it, label distributed. I hit them back with the feet. It never stopping the stats off the sheet. I lay all of this on the table. I did all I did for the crown. Can't be nothing less than what I'm made for. They won't give it to you, gotta take it. Then separate all the good ones from the greatest. And all the realest from the fakest. The game is all I know. The game is all I know. And I can't let it down. My ego won't allow. I'm still fulfilling dreams of my inner child. I know it make them proud. Sometimes I think it's wild. Could've chose a lane that wouldn't have took as long. Without the up and downs, what would I have found? I guess I never know. But this is now. I've been at the check. I've been in the lab. I've been in and out. I ain't weighing in. I'm the biggest I done been. I'm the biggest all around. Ain't no room to doubt. Cause the second that you let it in, it's never moving out. Tell them move around. If you ain't trying to make it big, you better make it out. Point is, no, I have no time. I have no time to waste, no time to slack. The point of this, I want to keep pushing. I want to go hard as I can, as much as I can. Do everything I can with the time I have. I can't waste a second. Not 1 second. So, that's how I feel. That's where I'm at right now. Let's get it. I manifested the motive, the mission. Had got sick of sitting around and just wishing I roll up the sleeves to get out and go get it. Some kept it pushing, some blind to the vision, but I had the key for the doorway existed. Way up the ladder, they can't even fathom the purpose. I'm setting it permanent, infinite. Why you think I had to go and get Timothy? You can't avoid the future when it's imminent. You can keep the loathing and the sentiment. Some way too locked in to be giving attention to DUI. I won't stop at the limit until I die. Make my moment in history, remember why you had started and finished it front line. You know Slimity, militant preach. I'm back off of the collar of the leash. Took it in, I adopted the game. I should get a check from the state every week. Work ethic, I climb to the peak and repeat. No burnout, I'm constantly leaking the heat. They sending it, packing it, shipping it, label distributed. I hit them back with the feet. It never stopping the stats off the sheet. I lay all of this on the table. I did all I did for the crown. Can't be nothing less than what I'm made for. They won't give it to you, gotta take it. Then separate all the good ones from the greatest. And all the realest from the fakest. The game is all I know. The game is all I know. And I can't let it down. My ego won't allow. I'm still fulfilling dreams of my inner child. I know it make them proud. Sometimes I think it's wild. Could've chose a lane that wouldn't have took as long. Without the up and downs, what would I have found? I guess I never know. But this is now. I've been at the check. I've been in the lab. I've been in and out. I ain't weighing in. I'm the biggest I done been. I'm the biggest all around. Ain't no room to doubt. Cause the second that you let it in, it's never tested. I manifested the motive, the mission. Had got sick of sitting around and just wishing I roll up the sleeves to get out and go get it. Some kept it pushing, some blind to the vision, but I had the key for the doorway existed. Way up the ladder, they can't even fathom the purpose. I'm setting it permanent, infinite. Why you think I had to go and get timid? You can't avoid the future when it's imminent. You can keep the loathing in the sentiments. I'm way too locked in to be giving attention to DUI. I won't stop at the limit until I die. Make my moment in history, remember why you had started and finished it front line. You know, Slim D militant preach. I'm back off of the collar, the leash. Took it in, I adopted the game. I should get a check from the state every week. Work ethic, I climb to the peak and repeat. No burnout, I'm constantly leaking the heat. They sending it, packing it, shipping it, label distributed. I hit them back with defeat. It never stopping the stats off the sheet. I lay all of this on the table. I did all I did for the crown. Can't be nothing less than what I'm made for. They won't give it to you, gotta take it. Then separate all the good ones from the greatest. And all the realest from the fakest. The game is all I know. The game is all I know. And I can't lay that down. My ego won't allow. I'm still fulfilling dreams of my inner child. I know it make them proud. Sometimes I think it's wild. Could've chose a lane that wouldn't have took as long. Without the up and downs, what would I have found? I guess I never know. But this is now. I've been at the check. I've been in the lab. I've been in and out. I ain't weighing in. I'm the biggest I done been. I'm the biggest all around. Ain't no room to doubt. Cause the second that you let it in, it's never moving out. Tell them move around. If you ain't trying to make it big, you better make it out. Point is, no, I have no time. I have no time to waste, no time to slack. The point of this, I want to keep pushing. I want to go hard as I can, as much as I can. You know, do everything I can with the time I have. I can't waste a second. Not 1 second. So, that's how I feel. That's where I'm at right now. Let's get it.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the VPG Champions eLeague. It's George Overton here, ready for tonight's games. We're in the quarterfinals. It is do or die time for these teams. 2 legs. Big chance for these clubs to move on to the semi-finals. Obviously a long way to go before then, and it's going to be a tough task for a lot of these teams, but hopefully we'll have some great games. We're going to be covering them all tonight, as many as we can, get as many goals as possible. Let's have a look at the current seedings, who's going to be playing who. So we've got Rott 25 versus Echelon, Xtention versus Exoto, Impact Esports versus GSK Esports, and Up Fluminesis versus Prolific. So lots of big games in there for everybody to look forward to. And by the looks of things across the boards in the round of 16, other than one of the games, very, very tight, other than the Rott 25 14-0 game. Yeah, lots of very close games within 1 or 2 goals pretty much across the board. But hopefully everybody's been enjoying the Champions League so far. Obviously, been a cracking few weeks of competition. And I personally very much looking forward to getting into the action tonight. There's still obviously a long way to go before we do get to the finals. But for a lot of these teams, it is now, you know, it's at a point where you're almost within grasp of those finals, of the semi-finals. You start feeling the pressure now more than anything. And yeah, I'm going to have a quick look to see who is ready to go, if any of the games are underway quite yet. Obviously, the games are due to kick off in just a couple of moments' time. So Let's have a look and see. I think Up versus Prolific should be ready to go in just a moment. They do not seem to even be live yet, unfortunately. But let's go over to Xtention versus Exoto, because they look like they are now going to hop into their game. So let's go over there while I can set up the Fluminesis stream, because I know that Prolific aren't live yet. So let me just quickly see if Fluminesis is live. It's one of the hard parts of having all of the streams up. Sometimes one of the teams aren't live and it makes it a little bit difficult. But it does seem like all the other teams are ready to go, which is great. Just waiting on the invites being sent out now. And obviously we've covered a lot of the action all the way across this tournament so far, starting off at the group stages, all the way into the knockouts, which has been absolutely brilliant. To be fair, you know, these, you know, the leagues are great. Really enjoy, you know, watching the league system in VPG. But when it comes down to these tournaments, anybody can win. Anybody can come up and put themselves in there for a challenge on the title. Obviously, you'll always have your favourites, but obviously as well there are plenty of teams that can show up in big moments. Doesn't look like any of the teams are into game quite yet, but plenty of the teams are live now, so we will be able to see them getting into game shortly, hopefully. As you can see, Rott 2 Felt are live and ready to go, just getting all of their settings correct. Corners, free kick takers. Always good to not have to switch. I've got to be honest. Legend, what is that player? What is that Pro Clubs player model? His face is absolutely atrocious. I mean, it's one of the cool things about this year on FC. I think the character creation, really good. Player creation. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it, whereas previous years it's been a little bit restricted on what you can and can't do. Looks like GSK are currently in a game, but not against Impact, I don't think, as far as I'm aware. Let's see. It looks like they're now getting into lobby for their next game. So yeah, it does look like all the teams are just getting into lobby and making sure they're all ready to get the invites sent out. So what we're going to do while we wait for these players to get into game, we're just going to throw it to a very quick short break because I'm not too sure whether there's some issues on invites being sent out or what. But obviously, as you all know, there are other games going on tonight in their respective leagues. So obviously the teams trying to get as close to it as possible. It actually looks like they're going to send out the invite now. So we do not need to go anywhere. They're going to be sending their invite out to Echelon, and then we will get straight into game. I wonder if we have any in-game sound for this one. Potentially. It doesn't sound like I can hear them talking, so that's always a good shout. Looks like Rott are going to be in the red, and Echelon are going to be in the Liverpool alternative white kit. And we're going to get into the game here. So let's see. Hopefully we'll have plenty of goals here in the group stage. Hopefully there's plenty of action for everybody at home to enjoy. Yeah, that's just a terrible player face, isn't it? Oh my word. Only a face a mother could love. Sorry, Legend. Does look like we do have in-game volume. Really quiet though, so I'll have to turn it up a little bit. I don't think... Oh, we've had a DC. fortunately. So we'll have to restart the lobby there and get back into the team selection. Let's see if Impact are in their game yet. Been a bit of a nightmare so far. Nobody seems to want to get into their games. Trying to get us some games going on, but nobody's started. We're like 6 minutes behind. I do apologise for everybody watching at home. And still Prolific and neither Up or Prolific are live right now, unfortunately. That was a little bit of background noise from Voluminesis. I do apologise about that. Is Dilvix live yet? He is live. Fantastic. So we do have that game. I think the only game that I don't have a stream for right now is... Oh no, we have them all now. Fantastic. Brilliant. So we do have all the streams up and going. So we will have the games once everybody gets into it. Again, I do apologise for the delays on this. Unfortunately, it does happen sometimes. The players, you know, they've got other games to play this evening. The timing can get a little bit messed up. And obviously, you got to wait for your other team to finish. It can have a few knock-on effects. But either way, should be ready to go here in just a moment. Obviously, Rott were about to start their game, but they did have a DC. So, a little bit unfortunate. Alright, here we go. The invite about to be sent out, and then we can get into the action here. Obviously, if you haven't been tuned in over the round of 16, these two sides here, Rott and Echelon, obviously having to beat their opponents to make their way through. Echelon with a 1-0 win over Krasnodar, which obviously, you know, very, very tight match. 1 goal. Usually the games in VPG and Pro Clubs, very high scoring. We usually see a lot of goals. So Echelon with a tough victory there. Rott 2 felt with a 14-0 victory over Furia. Very tough for Furia there. You know, you don't want to say anything like it was a mismatch or anything like that. But unfortunately, that game, it did seem to be a mismatch. 14-0. Tough one to take for that team, I'm sure. Come on, lads. Let's get into game now. Alright, it looks like Up and Prolific are ready to go. So we're just going to go over there. And we're going to watch their game for now. And then we'll switch back over a little bit later on. But here we go. Prolific and Up Fluminesis. Big game for both of these teams. Who is going to go through? Who's going to pick up the win? Fluminasis in the PSG kit. Prolific in the white. I'm fairly certain. No, sorry, it's going to be Prolific in the PSG kit, and Fluminasis in the white. My apologies. That's not even a PSG kit. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a Juve away kit, is it? Versus the PSG away kit. 8 minutes through this game. Let's see who's going to get the first chance. Ball out into touch. For a Prolific throw-in. Deep into their own half. Nodded on, taken away though. Offside is the call from the referee. You can see what they're trying to do though. Move the ball fast. Prolific trying to get there. Wingers involved, their wing backs, or sorry, right and left mid probably if they're playing the 3-5-2. Get that aerial header down. Gives a chance for the underlap from the striker. Miller. Good pass into the striker, but unfortunately does get cleared into touch for a throw-in. Krim. Twisting and turning. Once again, the ball taken away. But still prolific on the ball. With that high press, managed to win it back. Good interception there from Quintans. Wins the ball back for Fluminensis. King Luke with a touch there. Puts the ball out into touch for a throw-in. Nodded on now. Phoenix running down the right-hand side. Plenty of players in the middle. Looks to the Travella. Cross gets blocked and away. Bernas Johnny now. Travella cross into the box. Might be onside. Offside is the call from the referee. As a little bit unfortunate. Some nice build-up play though from the Portuguese side. Nice little nod on there. Now it's Krim. Gives it to Maggi. Fit takes it away though. Good tackle. Breaks down that prolific attack. That's a lovely ball over the top. Is he onside though? No. Well-timed offside trap from Prolific. That was a very dangerous chance though. They almost timed that perfectly. Almost being the standout word there. Ball sent long upfield. Kamala, now it's Fitz under pressure from Krim. Takes it away from him. Now it's Senti. Bursting forward. And whips it to the back post, but Quintans can put it forward. Senti gives it on the outside of the wing to King Luca, but a really good save there from Gui. Or GUI, depending on how you want to pronounce it. King Luca puts it in. Cleared away. Dilvix is there. Puts it into the box, but well defended once again. End-to-end stuff so far. Neither of these two sides with a decisive first chance of the game. Will there be one here? Carmela looks to feed the ball through to their striking partner, but cleared away into touch. Ball whipped in. Ricardinho with the aerial plus header. And out into touch for a goal kick. Miller sends the ball long forward after this play coming forward from Fluminensis. We will be moving over to another one of our games. Roulette cancel. Good build up here. Fit to Canella, but cleared away into touch. And that gives us our opportunity to go to one of our other games here. It is going to be Xtention versus Exoto. Let's go over there and have a look at this game now. So, Xtention are going to be in the black, and Exoto going to be in the white. Weenzed for Exoto coming forward with the ball. Chris Boras able to receive that one. Played back by his defender. Boster. Or Boster, no A. Snatch, Beast now. Kaluga. On the wing is Mazraoui. Whips it in with a whip pass, actually, to the edge of the box. Boster plays it into Abdel Malik. Surrounded by defenders rather quickly. Ball still with Xtention here. But no longer well defended. Ball back with Xtention. Dangerous position. Don't think he meant to take the shot on there. The goalkeeper did well to stay alert to the situation. Absco now. Boster again. Trevella cross into the middle. It's a little bit awkward. Oh, goalkeeper's forced to make a save there. Really awkward play. Almost ends up in a goal there from Xtention. Real gritty football being played right now here in this game. Neither side able to break the deadlock quite as of yet. Snatch. Mick with the interception and heavy touch puts the ball into touch. I don't know really what more I could say there. Having to say the word touch one too many times. Beast now. Is he offside there, Absco? No. Does give the ball away. Don't know if he thought he was offside, but definitely reacted like it. Chris now bursting down this right-hand side. Had loads of space. Lovely touch from Luis. Puts it to the edge of the box for Luan with a green time finish, but straight into the wall of Xtention players. And now a corner. Played in and swiftly removed. Is this a chance? Offside. Flag is raised. A high line being played from Exoto. But it's working out well for them so far. And a few offside flags raised by the referee. Caught the attackers a few times. Good Sacco wins the ball back. And here comes Exoto. Luis, ball roll, knocks it back to one of his CDMs. Now it's Luis, throwing in a few skill moves. Scoop turn. Can he bundle his way through? Is eventually tackled. And Boaster puts it out into touch for a throw-in. Almost a half-time break here. One more chance for a potential play. That is a poor throw-in. And that will be the half-time whistle once the ball crosses the halfway point, I would assume. There it is. The half-time whistle is blown. Let's go and have a look to see who else we have live right now. Hopefully, not everybody's at the half-time break yet. No, we do have a game still underway, so let's go over here now and have a look. This one is going to be Impact versus GSK. Impact currently 2-0 as it stands. 30 minutes through this one. GSK in the navy and Impact in the black kit. Sipario down on the right hand side, win the ball back, whipped into the box and cleared away. Free kick will be given by the referee. It's very difficult being 2 down fairly early into a game, but all they need to tell themselves here is there's a second leg to come. We're not out of this game yet. Still plenty of time to pull back a victory here in this game. And if they can get a... That's going to be a cynical foul and a yellow card. If they can get a goal this side of the halfway mark, or lovely play and lovely goal. Iperug with the goal, nodded down by the left midfielder onto his boot, and GSK have found themselves a way back into this game already. Just the 1 goal that separates these two sides now. 40 minutes through this one, 2-1. Now, if they could get another goal before the half-time whistle, then they would be back in. Back in at level pegging, so well played to keep themselves in this game. GSK, but that's the thing about these double-legged affairs, is you almost always fancy yourself a chance. You can't give up on it. As it seems we have had a bit of a freeze on this stream. No, we're back in. We're all good. Apologies for that. Iparug. Little touchdown pass. Played in early. And cleared away fairly easily. Gabri. Oh, goes past one. Lovely touch. Nodded down. Big chance! Sipario with the goal. Impact out of nowhere. Come forward with the ball. And regain their 2-goal lead. GSK, they did well to get a goal back. But that corner, it was just taken way too quickly. I don't think the players had a chance to get back on defence. And it was just a bit of a giveaway there from GSK. But let's go and have a look at another one of our games that we have going on right now. And let's go over to Rott Tufel versus Echelon FC and see how they're getting on in this game. Currently 0-0 in the 74th minute. Rott in the red, Echelon in the white. Still yet to break the deadlock here. Ball whipped in. Green timed header, no! The Heartbreak Kid, heartbroken, as that could have been the goal to break the deadlock there. 75 minutes in, it was a really good opportunity. Green timed it. Really good angle. Into the side net, and Chica didn't want to lose the ball and put his team in an awkward position, so puts it out into touch. Ball whipped in, cleared away, only momentarily, put back into the box, and Chica once again on clearance duty. A really good tackle by Maka. Marv gets a foot in, plays it forward to the attackers, and now they can look to burst. Lovely incisive pass, but Dev could not find the play into the box. Astro George. Oh, it's a lovely ball out wide. Who is speedy? Cruz. It's a big chance. But they just can't fire the shot. They can't get the shot away. Really well defended by Rott, but Echelon. Oh dear. It's a really good opportunity, but I don't know if he was just tangled up with a defender. Not too sure. Cruz, who is speedy, looks to whip one into the box towards the back post, but blocked away, and they have to build up the attack again. The Heartbreak Kid, Volky does well, but Marv plays it back. Legend will put the ball forward once again. Echelon regain possession. Aline looks to whip it in and goes for a corner again. This is where they look dangerous when we tuned into the stream straight away. Ball played in again, looking for the back post, but red this time. A little bit too easy to telegraph, as the goalkeeper can come out fairly quickly. Arces, not too sure if he'd get there. If he does, it'll be impressive. But no, that'll be the full-time whistle in the first game. 0-0, Rott versus Echelon. So they'll have to wait till the second leg to see if they can break the deadlock. Let's have a look around the grounds to see who is still in their first game. Let's go over here to this one as this one is looking like a bit of a banger. Impact versus GSK. Impact 3-2 currently, worth 3-1 up at the half-time break. But GSK have gotten themselves a goal back again. Sipario was the player that scored that third goal for Impact. Impact in the black kit. GSK in the navy blue kit. Nice ball played out wide. Iparug now. Lovely burst of pace. Look at the explosive power. Can he find someone in the box? Takes a shot on straight into the wall. Varmy. Joker. Puts it in, does Joseph, but the defender can nod it down to LaRue. Obviously, it's a two-legged affair here in the quarterfinals of the Champions eLeague. So still plenty of time for GSK to get back in this one. Sando. Brattini. Just playing it around in the box here. Or in the box? In the middle of the park. Gabri. Taking lots of time here with the build-up. Not going to... Oh, it's fallen really nicely to Sipario. Green time shot. I was about to say, not taking any chances losing the ball, but they burst forward quickly. That's the thing. You can take your time when you're building up the play, but when you see that opportunity, when you see that chance, you really need to pull the trigger, move the ball fast, and I think that they're doing that really, really well. Impact. Can GSK get a chance here? Joker. Plays it on the wing to Iparug. Nupek. Iparug once again looks for the Trivella shot to the back post. Red timed and blocked. Really good challenge there from GSK. Giving the ball away again, though. Sipario out with gas. Gabri. The challenge. That's Brattini still on the ball. Impact. They just keep winning it back high up the field, and this is where it's dangerous. Sipario. Oh, it's gorgeous from Impact. And Sipario has another, as GSK just cannot get back into this game. They keep getting one back, but Impacts keep regaining that 2-goal lead. Not long left to go here in this first leg. Can they find one back? It's a great chance. It's a fantastic save from LaRue. Iparug needs to be scoring them. Denied by the goalkeeper. Sipario. They're looking for a counter-attack here in the dying embers. They want a third goal. Gabri. Going to have to move it forward. They're just going to take the 2-goal lead as the full-time whistle blows. 4-2 here in this game. It is going to make it a little bit difficult, so I am taking notes on the current score lines. Impact won that 4-2. It was 0-0 in the Rott versus Tufel game. Let's go over to Xtention Exoto to see if we can get a scoreline for them. They're literally now starting their second leg, and Prolific and Fluminense were also 0-0. As far as I'm aware, they could have scored goals, but honestly, we didn't really get to catch the end of that one, unfortunately. But here we are in this one, Xtention versus Exoto. As far as I'm aware, it's 0-0. I'm going to try and see if they've reported the score already. But either way, we're underway with this one. Exoto in the white, Xtention in the black here. Hope everyone at home can hear the in-game sound all right. And here we go. Absco. Kaluga. No, we haven't had any scores reported, unfortunately, for the first game. So any games that I don't know the scores off, we're just going to have to go off what we see. Here come Xtention. Kaluga with a chance. Great tackle. It's a really close game so far. Beast. Who's really nice. Travella cross into the box. Kaluga takes a shot on, but Bryn makes a save. Oh, that's a bad tackle. Could be going in the book here. Referee understands the occasion. Chooses to give a warning. What is the call for the free kick? Go short back post. Yeah, it looks like we're going short from the free kick. Absco to who is. And AV can make the save once again. Ball played forward by the goalkeeper. Luis. Oh, him and Mick getting a bit mixed up. Absco now gives it to Beast. Ping pass to Kaluga! An absolute rocket as he griddies on his opposition. Will that come to bite him in the backside? We'll have to wait and see. But either way, that was a lovely goal. The ping pass into the feet, manages to just knock it forward a little bit, and then when you get it in that position in the middle of the on centre with goal, it just makes it so difficult to miss. It makes it hard for the goalkeeper. He doesn't know which way you're going. Whip ball into the middle, cleared away. Question is, are Exoto rattled off the back of that griddy, or are they going to bounce back? Are they going to have lit a flame underneath them? That's how, when somebody griddies on me, it just makes me feel even more like I need to win. It's just a bit of a disrespect. Maybe it's more of a banter thing between the players, because obviously it's a big community VPG. But when I get griddied on in champs or in pro clubs, div, whatever divisions, it's a good chance. Great save. Absco now having his shirt pulled a little bit. Dawes manages to come across and win the ball back. Now it's a big chance. Luis Escrow comes across. It's a real enforcer defender right there. Comes to claim the ball right when he needs to. Luan. Ball cleared away by Boster. Kaluga now. Ball roll, scoop turn, looking to find a way in the middle as Weenzed defends well, but they win it back again. Xtention relentless in their press. as they get a free kick about halfway into their opponent's territory. Absco plays it to the back post. Now it's Escrow on the ball. I don't think he particularly wanted it there. Beast out wide to Mazraoui. Plenty of players in the box. Whipped. But the defender able to nod it back to the goalkeeper into his arms. Nice and safely. Let's see what the scores around the grounds are looking like. There has been a goal in the Rott versus Echelon game. And it has gone the way of Echelon FC, who lead by 1-0. Echelon in the Liverpool kit. Oh, sorry. Echelon in the Liverpool white kit. Rott in the red. I realised when they were playing against an opponent in red that probably wouldn't be too easy. Oh, Captain Kirk. In a difficult position there. Rushes out, manages to punch it away, but did have to rely on his defenders there to win the header. Chica. Legend now. Good, well cut out by Astro George. As Echelon, 1 goal ahead. A second here would really throw a spanner in the works for Rott. Oh, well played by Astro. Switching the play up, was under a lot of pressure. Who is speedy. Nice bit of play from Echelon. Really good connected football. Reading each other's movements really well. And fired forward. This is dangerous now. Astro George. Volky! That's the goal to put them 2 goals ahead, Echelon. As that is it a hammer in the coffin, a nail in the coffin? I don't know. There's still plenty of time to go. Another full half. We've seen crazier things before. Good interception and cleared away. Echelon 2 goals ahead here, which is certainly a step in the right direction for them. Great save from Captain Kirk as the half-time whistle blows here in this game. Which gives us a chance to go over to another one of our games that we have on right now. Up Fluminensis versus Prolific. We did not see what the end of this game one was. But as far as I'm aware, it finished at 0-0. So let's have a look and see. Corner here for Fluminensis. Big chance. Bernascioni, Ricardinho. Nobody can seem to get it over the line. Cleared away by King Luca. It is going to be Prolific in the navy once again. And it will be Fluminensis in the white. Maggi gives it to Senti, but cleared away. Miller. Bernascioni coming forward now with the ball. Ball up. Ball played into the box. Knocked away by Al as the half-time whistle blows. 0-0 at the half-time break here in this game. Now, it'd be rude not to go and check out this game, wouldn't it? Because their first game was an absolutely incredible one. This one finished 4 goals to 2. I almost didn't account for the final one. 4 goals to 2 as it stands to Impact on aggregate versus GSK. GSK in the Navy. Oh, big chance. Great save. Another rebound and shot from Iperug. Cleared out into touch for another corner kick. GSK knocking on the door here. Cleared away by Impact. As they win the ball back, GSK, they know they're under a time-sensitive mission, technically, here. Nupek. Big Varmy. Melgar clears away. Oh, Sipario, what a touch. Can he burst away from the defender here? It's a really good knock forward. He's running all by himself. Zippy makes a save, but Sipario was on a one-man mission there. Green time finish, shot of the near post as well. On another day, that could have gone in, but props to the goalkeeper for staying active in that situation. Borelli, half-time whistle is blown. At 0-0, 4-2 on aggregate here in this game. So I would like to continue to watch this Fluminensis versus Prolific game. So let's go back over there and hop into that game. So I'd like to see a goal. Madri, Senti fighting for the ball in the box. Once again, back into this game. It is up Fluminensis versus Prolific. Prolific are in the navy and up are in the white. King Luca, really good touch. Whips the ball to the back post. Nodded, looks for the shot. Fairly easy save for the goalkeeper there. Miller nods it on. Now it's Maggi. Plays it out wide. It's a good pass. Is there anything there in the middle? Takes it a little bit far wide. Further wide than he would have liked. Maggi now. Gives it to Miller. Now it's Krim. Looks for the pass towards Senti, but unable to make that one happen. As Phoenix now spots the outside runner. It's Quintans. Knocks it back. Dilvix with the interception. Dilvix. Pass a little bit too much on it. Ball played down the wing. Canella. Oh, it's Krim once again. Plays it down the line for Senti. Twisted and turning. Oh, that's a really good ball. All the way through to Senti. Season whips it in. Nods it down to Krim. Cleared away. Maggi. Out wide for Luca. Ball played into the middle. And cleared away once again by Up. As they are hanging on in there. It is a bit of a relentless barrage here in this game for Prolific. Dilvix with the interception once more. Been really good here in this game. Fantastic defensive midfielder. This is the first real opportunity we've seen from Up here in this game. Canella. All whipped into the box, cleared away. As Miller plays it forward. Miller once again taking the ball away from Fluminensis. Wins himself a throw-in down here in this corner. And cleared away by Prolific. Luca sends it far across the pitch. Doesn't manage to find a teammate this time. Phoenix now on a yellow card after a cynical tackle. Tactical foul, pulling down an opponent earlier on in the game. Bernash Johnny being sat off a little bit here. Phoenix, screen time shot, cleared away. Really well defended, had to be cleared away. It's in such a dangerous position, but now a corner kick for Fluminense. Could be a chance here, could be a big opportunity. What are they going to do with this? Ball whipped to the back post, and yeah, a little bit unfortunate. I'm not too sure if he was looking for the whip to the back post for the header or whether they were looking for the shot, but ball played forward from the goal kick. They receive it well. Here come Fluminense. Not long left on the clock here. Any goal could well be the winner. Sent long. Oh, couldn't get a touch on it. Out for a throw-in. Season wins the header. Now it's Maggi. Krim looks to dribble his way past the defence, but can't do so. Lovely bit of skill from Canella. Ball whipped in, nodded down, big chance, cleared away by Prolific. Goalkeeper comes all the way out to claim it. Big keepers. You got to shout it. Even if you're just playing a game, technically, you still got to shout it. Ball played forward. And 90 minutes gone in this game. Still goalless. I'm more just waiting to see if we get to see an extra time or penalties, because as far as I'm aware, there was not a goal in the first leg. All played forward, nodded ahead as the full-time whistle blows. 0-0. Players are quitting, so it seems like the game has finished. Honestly, I'm not sure which way it went because we didn't get to see the score of the first game. I guess we'll have to wait and see once scores get reported. But let's go to the Rott 25 versus Echelon game, which should still be underway. No, they're finished. Impact versus GSK, they're 100% still playing. GSK have one goal. It's 4-3 now. One more goal for GSK and they can get back in it, but Impact running down the clock. Is there a late winner in it? Impact come forward though. Gabri. Go all the way back to Brotini. Oh, and they're going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper to run the clock down. I understand there's a lot on the line. A place in the semi-finals. Ooh. Goalkeeper has to be really careful. They have won the ball back though. GSK, they're coming forward with the ball. There's a big chance. Joker! It's offside! Oh no! Heartbreak for GSK. That would have been the goal to bring them level. There is still time left on the clock though. Ball played forward. Oh, heartbreak for GSK. They thought they'd brought it back to level pegging so late on into the game. But offside was the call. And unfortunately, that is the way it does go sometimes here. Oh, my word. Absolute heartbreak. You've got to feel for them. You really do. Oh, what a moment for them to maybe find something. Unfortunately, unable to do so. I'm just going to wait and see if we can get the final scorelines in for the quarterfinals. See if they have been reported yet. Okay, so Prolific did score a goal. in the first game. The second one ended 0-0. So Prolific will be going through. I can actually show you if we come over here. Boom. There we go. Right, so if we have a look at the quarterfinals, Prolific, they won 1-0 in their game. Obviously, we know GSK and Impact. We know Impact picked up the win there, 4-3. Rott versus Echelon is a question mark. And Xtention versus Exoto is also a question mark. So I'm hoping we do get the score lines reported as soon as possible. Or for any of you that, you know, don't want to stick around, go to the VPG site and you can check it out there for yourself. But it does not seem like we are going to get those reports coming in. So what I want you guys to do is make sure to follow the VPG Twitter page, or X as it's now known. Go over there at official VPG and give that a follow, because we'll be reporting all the scores there. We'll be also doing the draws as well for the semi-finals, so make sure to go over there and do that. Unfortunately, this kind of the only issue. It's very difficult for me to keep all the eyes on all the games and make sure I've got all the scores. If I had more monitors, maybe. But who knows, maybe in the future we can have like a control center thing where we can flick between all the games one by one, show them all on stream. That would be awesome. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a lovely rest of your evening. That is all we've got for the quarterfinals here of the Champions eLeague. We'll have to wait and see which of the teams that we're not too sure on do make it through to the semi-finals. But obviously we do know that Impact and Prolific will be in there. So hopefully you guys come and join us for the semi-finals, and hopefully you guys have a lovely rest of your week. As always, my name's been George Overton. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time.